have seniors without names. I'm gonna text Gabby.
Did you post the pictures?
What? I feel bad for asking. No, I think like
see my sign for the Billy game.
what sign?
We go up to the glass.
What sign?
I hold this up at the glass.
Oh really?
I did this for the winning tournament. We weren't playing.
Army, okay. Walk in where you see, drop your bag, and then come over here where the camera is.
Hello, Army.
Armely!
Why are you here? The game isn't until 2:30. Why are you here?
We're playing sandwich, right?
Yeah, sandwich.
I had nothing.
Marina Veselinovic plays on that team, right? Who else? Nobody?
I mean, Braden, what else would I can do?
Stay at home, enjoy your bed until you have to go home. Or come to the arena.
I woke up at like 6.
I woke up Chris Breezy. Why is Will Brooks over there too?
And Andrew Gooderi's here too.
Oh, Jesus
Oh my
Christ.
god, of course they passed over.
Apparently all of us got here at like 10.
Wow. You guys are
Wait, are
idiots.
Chelsea and Thomas?
Certified idiots. Have you guys played yet?
Hello.
Which one are you?
What?
Sophia?
No.
Bella. Fuck.
You that bad at
You guys look the exact same.
it? We don't.
No, they don't, like at all.
Welcome everybody to the first game of the junior tournament for the girls team, where Tecumseh Vista will take on the Lambton Lancers, taking a Truro road trip up to the Atlas Tube Center for this tournament. And it is the start to the tournament. Every year, Bell River hosts their junior tournament here in the month of April. Every team gets to submit as many teams as they'd like, come in and give it their all. Show off who's got the best 9s and 10s. This is the first time that Vista will come into this tournament with a girls team in a while. And it's not the first time, but it has been a while, as this is also the first season in recent memories that the team has had one. Starting in net today for the Vista Vortex is number 31, Ryan Walton. And if I take my camera over a little to the right, you've got some of her teammates out here to support today.
Stop. Oh my god, that was so on purpose. Stop right there. Where are my teammates, bro?
So here's how it works. 2 periods, 15 minutes each.
Where's Harley, bro?
And the most obvious of the answers, whoever has the most goals at the end wins. The Vortex, a lot of pressure coming in. First time having a team in this tournament in a while. But they work better under pressure. Right here. Right at the bottom.
Oh, nice.
And it works live.
Boy, I got an important job here.
You're gonna be in the frame.
Here we go. Starting at center, number 20, Elizabeth Rohde with Lola DeBruin and Katie from net on the wings. Kensington Verbijar back on blue line with captain Livia McKindo. Face-off is won by the Lancers, almost taken back by DeBruin, but the Lancers pick it back up, throw it back into the Vortex zone. Kensington Verbijar back with it behind her own net, gives it back to McKindo. McKindo loses the puck on her stick, picks it back up, puts it up the boards for Fournette. Fournette gets a tip on that, and Rohde's turning on the Jets, trying to beat it to the puck. Lancers make it to the puck first, put it back up down the boards. Picked back off by Lola DeBruin, pick it up, put it up the boards, off to the races. Good dump in there. Elizabeth Rohde comes in to pick it up. Loses an edge, Lancers pick it back up. Puck down into the corner, Lancers fighting for it. Pinned up against the boards by Fournette. Shot over there by Elizabeth Rohde. Shot again off the body of a Lancers player, and Lancers jump on top of it, cover the puck.
There's a Lambton team in this.
Alrighty. So we're at 14:21 on the clock.
I just adjusted.
Okay, good.
What?
Uh-oh, it's not working.
Oh, we actually cooked it. Is Gabby here? No, that kid needs some.
Oh, the clock's not working. That's weird. Face-off won by the Lancers, but puck back in the corner. Digging in there is Ryan Adams. Bryn Walton picks that puck up along the wall. The Lancers pick it back up. Knocked back down by Brooke Barone. Still fighting for it back and forth in the middle of the zone. And it comes out. The Lancers have a break coming down the right side. Peyton Colnut skating up with the Lancers player. Trying to cut up the middle. Good defensive play, but Colnut will get called for that. So the Lancers will head on to the power play on a 2-minute slashing penalty on Peyton Colnut. The clock's not working on the
I didn't start it.
No, I know, but it's like it's still at 50.
Who's got the penalty here?
We do. But for some reason the clock's not working, eh?
Anybody catch the number?
Number 3. Face-off won by the Vortex, dropped back by McKindo. McKindo tries to clear it, but Lancers pick it back up. Back and forth, tic-tac-toe, down below the corner. Trying to put that puck out in front of the net. Throw it out there. Puck is loose in the feet, but Ryan Adams picks it up, throws it down the other way. Flies out into the bench, almost hits Coach Gubermont. And that brings us to a stoppage of play. Cavi, you might have gotten away with just standing up, eh? Face-off down to the right side of Bolton's net. Face-off won by the Vortex, but the Lancers pick it back up. Brooke Barone getting a stick on it. Doesn't get out. Verbijar still fighting to get that puck cleared. It's stuck in the legs of the Lancers. Throwing it out front. Livia McKindo breaks that up, and she'll get that right down the ice for a clear. Brooke Barone off to the races. Goes down to the corner. The Lancers will be the first of the puck. Taking it behind their own net. They'll circle up with it in their own zone. Looking to take it 200 feet. She's taking it herself, coming down the other way. Taking it out wide, looking to cut up the middle. Puts a shot towards the net. Pad saved by Walton. Livia McKindo gets it back off the boards. Over towards the corner for Barone. McKindo picks that up, gets the clear. The Lancers have to regroup down in their own zone. Pass off the boards. Nobody there to pick it up, and Wilson fires it down the other way for the clear. For some reason, the clock's not working right now, but it is... Yeah, it's not working on the stream. I don't know what's going on. Drop back pass by the Lancers. Shot, glove save by Walton.
Check the Wi-Fi because you hooked it up to my hotspot. But I walked Check the hotspot. See what
Face off won by the Lancers, shot towards net, pad saved by Walton. You're good with it. Fighting for it down in the corner. The Lancers have it. Taken behind Walton's net. Looking for the wraparound, but they give it back up top to the blue line. Shot from the point. Hit off a couple of bodies on the way through. Stuck in between some feet. The Lancers still trying to find it. Comes out. Shot. Pad saved by Walton. The Bruin gets a thing on that puck, and it gets cleared. 20 seconds remaining on that penalty on Colnut. I don't know if I said minutes, but I said 20 seconds. The Lancers will circle with it. Making a nice move on the Bruin, coming down the other way. Someone camping at the blue line, makes a nice move, gives it over at the blue line. The Lancers will take it in, try to put the shot towards the net, it'll go wide. Racing to it, McKindo. Gets a poke on it. The Bruins got to finish that clear, it comes out, but Colnut penalty is up. Hey, there we go, Turkin. Down over the corner, Fournette tries to race to it, but it goes back down to the corner, fired by the Lancers. Racing to the corner, Verbijar, but the Lancers get to it again, put it down behind the net. Nice move made there, puts it out front, loses the puck, no shot opportunity there. Skating around behind the net, the Lancers circling with it, looking to make a pass. They'll take it up, put it up to the blue line, giving it back over cross ice. Walk it in, shot, off a couple of bodies, saved by Walton. Yeah, it is.
That was just disconnected from my phone.
Yeah. Face off down to the left side of Walton's net, won by the Vortex, and Colnut will immediately get that clear. It will make it down the other way, and icing gets waved. No, it doesn't. So the face-off will come back down to the Vortex zone around the same spot for the face-off. The Lancers have started off this period strong. Aggressive down in the Vortex zone, putting shots towards Walton. The Vortex have put up a good fight, making sure nothing gets towards there. Face-off won by the Vortex. Walton, that's Bryn Walton racing to the corner to get that puck. Danica Wilson putting in a good effort to get that puck out. Gets rubbed up against the boards, comes out loose. Colnut gives it up top for Barone, but Barone loses that on her stick. The Lancers will pick it back up. Good poke there, but it's biven up back up top for the Lancers. Shot towards the net, blocked by their own player. Down in the corner fighting with it. Colnut giving up a good fight. Almost gets that poke. She does get a piece of it, and Barone gets that clear. Colnut will come through a change. The Lancers have an opportunity to refresh in their zone. They'll put it up to the blue line. Might have a lane to come in. They'll throw the shot towards the net. Blocked by McKindo. Someone goes down in the corner. Given up to the blue line. They'll take the shot. Glove saved by Walton. We're on a little bit of an angle, so I'm trying to face off to the left side of Walton's net. Tied up. Thrown to the boards, but it'll be taken by the Lancers. Losing it down in the corner. McKindo picks that up, trying to get him to move off the boards, but Lancers pick it right back up. Give it over to Verbijar on the other side. She tries to get that clear. The Bruin giving a couple of pokes to try and get it loose, but it gets wrapped around to the other side. McKindo first to that puck. She puts it up the boards for Fournette. Fournette tries to finish that clear, loses the puck on her stick. Down low in the left corner. Fighting for it down there is Verbijar with Rhodey coming in to help. This puck is still pinned up against the wall, pushing and shoving over there. Verbijar gets physical, gets that puck loose in the Vortex favor. Lancers lose that puck. The Bruin takes a tumble, but the puck does come out loose. Forced turnover by the Bruin. McKindo circles with that puck, puts it off the boards, trying to get it over to Fournette. The Lancers pick it back up, throwing it towards the net. Saved by Walton. Puck comes out loose, and she's covered it. What a sequence there. It had looked like the puck came loose and was just flying all over the place, but Walton able to jump on top of that, cover it with a glove, get a whistle. Face-off will be to the left side of Walton's net. Tied up by Adams, but taken by the Lancers right away. Bodies flying down in the corner, no penalties called. Two more bodies go down. Shot out front, broken up by Wilson, and Barone picks that puck up, looking to go for a skate. Taking it down to the Lancers zone. Good stick fighting there from the Lancers, and they get that puck to come loose. Colnut picks it right back up, fires it down the zone. Good poke there by the Vortex, throwing it towards the net, but the Lancers will jump right on top of it, get a whistle. The Vortex will have their first face-off down in the Lancers zone, with Adams taking that face-off, Barone and Walton on the wing. Dropped one by Adams. Colnut shoots it towards the net. Pad saved by the Lancers. Walton first to that puck in the corner. She'll try to throw it out front. Nobody over there. She'll pick it right back up, lose it at her feet. And the Lancers have an opportunity to come back on a 3-on-2. Ryan Adams joining in late. Cutting it up the middle, trying to find a lane to shoot. Broken up by Adams. Shot gets hit off another stick on the way through. And the opportunity gets broken up. Walton getting to the corner for the puck. Bats it off the boards. Ryan Adams will pick that up. Nice move with the foot. Puts that puck off the boards. It'll head towards the net. Icing will be waived. And the Lancers will stop the play. Smart play there. Just put a stoppage of play, get a whistle, get a breather. And now that Elizabeth Rhodey line with LeBruin and Fournette will head onto the ice. Try and get another opportunity. Cooking up in the Lancers zone. Tied up, but won by the Lancers. Putting it off the boards. Rhodey tries to break that up. DeBruin picks it up. Forces the turnover. Rhodey racing to the corner, up along the boards. Gets pinned, loses the puck at her feet, but she still has it. Tries to put it up the blue line for Verbijar. Comes out, but McKindow's there to give some backup. Circles with it down in her zone. She's got two people coming towards her. Puts it up the boards. Nice move there, but the Lancers able to keep it in. Throwing it towards the net. Pad save by Walton. Rolling up towards the boards. Bruin breaks it up a little bit. Thrown towards the middle of the ice. McKindow tries to get a pick. Almost picks a corner in the net, but it goes wide. Rhodey gets a good pick on that. DeBruin able to get that clear, and it heads down the ice. Fournette racing hard, coming down to the Lancers zone. They'll poke it. Take it behind their own net, put it up the boards. Fournette goes in the boards hard. DeBruin able to get on that boards, pinch the puck, keep it in. Fighting in there is DeBruin, joining by McKindow. Adams down in there. Up and up, but the Lancers take it out. Over to the other side, up along the wall. DeBruin gets a good poke on it, but they're able to clear that zone, get a green room. McKindow picks it up, looking to turn on the burner. She'll give it up ice to Adams. Adams doesn't get her stick on it, but it goes down to the corner. Lancers left with no option to put it up the middle of the ice. Kept in by Walton. Almost a nice play by Walton, but she loses that puck in her tracks. The Lancers, nice move up along the boards, and there's a 3-on-1. Stopped by the ref. Lifesaver there. Giving up to Adams up along the boards. She'll take it out wide. Making a nice couple moves, throws it towards the net, saved by the Lancers. Trying to throw it out front. Up a couple of bodies. The Lancers able to get that clear. McKindow with that puck down in her own zone, recovering, circling. Trying to find something to do with it, loses that puck, almost gives up a good chance, but gets back to make saves. Puck just thrown into the corner, nobody there to pick it up. Cole not racing over there to get it. Coming out front, shot, scores. The Lancers strike first, pick up top, the right corner on Walton. And that gives the Lancers the 1-0 lead to start this period. A costly give up by McKindow up along the wall causes the Lancers to have an opportunity to brew down to the Vortex zone. Good move down in the corner, brings it up, cuts it up loose, finds the lane, picks that top right corner. 6:37 remaining in this first. And the score is 1-0 for the Lambton Lasers. Tied up, won by the Lancers, but immediately smacked away by Colnut. The Bruin gets a good pick on it, but the Lancers get it right back, throw it into the Vortex zone. Good pressure coming from the Lancers. Gives Danica Wilson no choice, throw it along the boards. Colnut fighting for that puck up along the boards, giving a couple of pokes. Throwing it up the ice, hit off the skates of Wilson, stops that shot opportunity, stops it again. A couple of nice blocks from Wilson. And Katie Fournette throws that puck up for DeBruin. DeBruin throws it along the boards, trying to get a free lane. But Lancers pick it back up, skate it back the other way. Good pressure coming from DeBruin as a couple bodies come down, but that puck comes loose. Heads out of the zone, and Adams is off to the races. High stick, can't touch the puck. The Lancers are going to wait. They will get a hold on it. High stick and waved off. Put it out to the middle of the ice, picked up by Barone. Barone does lose that puck. Bryn will fire it back in, have to get it clear. Right back in comes the Vortex. Barone trying to keep that puck in. It hasn't come out just yet. Bryn picks it up. Adams gets a stick on it, but just a little far out wide. Adams keeps that puck in. Still fighting for it along the boards. Barone drops it down for Adams. Just a little over the stick. Lancers put it up the boards, but it can be kept in by Verbijar. No, it won't. It comes down the other way on a 2-on-1. You try to throw that pass out wide. Throwing it over towards the net, goes wide. Barone trying to clear that puck, knocked down by a Lancer hand. Pinned up against the wall. That's Barone, Rhodey, Adams. And Bergeron trying to get that puck out. It does come out of the Vortex zone, but right back in. The Lancers cut it up the middle, looking for a lane to shoot. Deflected by Walton, straight into the glove. Brings the Vortex to a stoppage of play.
Whose pants was that? You bought those too?
Face-off won by the Vortex, taken by Katie Fournette, throwing it up the wall, trying to get that clear, but it's picked up by the Lancers. Good pressure coming from Colma up against the corner. Oh, thrown over the other side for Wilson, who makes a nice move, throws it up the boards, gets that bounce, and Rosie's got a lane to skate, and they'll get a penalty. Rhodey makes a good play, throwing it off the boards. The Lancers draw the penalty, and that'll give the Vortex a power play. What?
Because the camera was facing the middle in the third period.
Yeah, when I was eating my food.
And then we could do you chopping on your food.
Oops. So the Vortex will have a 2-minute power play, and that Rhodey line will come on to kill it. Peyton Colnut trying to keep that puck in, but it does come out. And the Lancers get it clear. Off to the races, giving some good back to forecheck. Wilson still with that puck. She's trying to throw it out of the zone. Colnut throws it up for De Bruin. De Bruin will pick it up, taking it up herself. She'll take it out wide. De Bruin makes a nice move, trying to throw it towards the front of the net. Loses that puck in the process and goes down. Colnut giving a pushing and shoving back behind the net, and it comes out. Wilson's got some time down in her zone. Looking up, circling with it, stick handling, finding something to do with it. She loses the puck, but Colnut able to pick that one right back up, throw it out. Lancers pick it up, pinched by Adams, almost picked up, but it'll come back the other way again. Wilson first to that puck, tries to fire it down the other way, takes down a body in the process, and Wilson will just throw it. Taken back by the Lancers, and they'll wire it back down to the Vortex zone, offside, waved off. Colnut picks it up, makes a nice move. And she'll look to take it herself. No, give it up to Adams, but she just misses her. Icing will be called. Good pass attempt there by Colnut, but she just puts it wide out of Adams' reach. And he'll get an icing called for the Vortex. Face off to the left side of Walton's net. Face off won by the Lancers. Shot towards the net, saved by Walton. Rebound was there, but is batted away by McKindo. The Lancers pick up that puck and they'll pin it up against the boards. Fishing it out is Adams down in the corner with McKindo. They do get it out. Walton will pick it up, give it up the boards for Barone. Barone makes a nice move, knocking it up the boards, but just too far out as it comes out. Walton will try to pick up that puck, and the Lancers pick it up, get that cleared. 27 seconds remaining in this power play. McKindo picks it up. Nice move along the boards. McKindo will look to take it herself. She will, taking it up the left side. Skating in hard, fast, taking it out wide. She has the chance. Shot blocked by the stick of a Lancers player. Good block there. Adams tries to pick it up, just out of reach, and the Lancers will get that clear. Verbejar fires it down the other way. McKindo almost picks that up, but Walton will have to stop it, and that'll bring us to the end of that penalty on the Lancers. Back to even strength. McKindo has that. She's got some wheels on her, and she looks like she's going to use them. Taking it up the right side, trying to take it wide, puts it off the boards. Good defensive play by the Lancers to keep that body out of the way. Trying to get it out, hits off a skate, and will go down for icing. So the Vortex will get a breather, come down to the Lancers zone, and have a face-off to the right of their goaltender. Walton just shot the puck. I don't think I've ever seen that. Mom, did you just see Ryan shoot the puck down the ice? I don't think I thought she didn't know how to shoot the puck. Face-off's tied up by Rhodey, but taken and won by the Lancers. They'll take it back behind their own net. Takes a tumble in the process. De Bruin almost gets that pick, but the Lancers able to get that clear. Colnut breaking up that opportunity, but it does get dumped into the Vortex zone. Lancers will race to the puck, beat them there. Coming out front, shot saved by Walton. Scary opportunity there, but Walton does shut down that chance and bring them to a stoppage of play and get the whistle. been standing on her head so far in this first period. Coming down to the last seconds. Won by the Lancers. They'll throw it towards the net. Hits off a couple of skates, but a good heads-up play by Walton gets the blocker save. Still stuck in between some feet. They'll throw it towards the net. Picked up by Colnut. Colnut tripped up in the process. Nothing called. The Lancers have it down in their own zone. They try to throw it forward. Out of reach. Not a good change by Rhodey, but a good save by Walton. Rhodey makes a costly change. Almost gives up a bad opportunity, but Walton, once again, heads-up play. Puts a stop to that chance. The face-off will come down to the right side of Walton's net. Face-off tied up. Won by the Lancers. Shot blocked by McKindo. And it fires off the right side of the pad, gets out of the zone. We'll give it cross-ice over to a D partner. Looking to make something happen with the puck, so put it up the boards. A good heads-up play by Walton. Puck is up in the air. Barone getting a couple bats on it, but the Lancers come out with it. Coming down the other way, they'll put the shot towards the net. Glove saved by Walton. Kind of helps as a goaltender when you play baseball outside in the summer. Easy catch out in front for her, and she gets the whistle. Face off down on the right side of Walton's net. Won by the Lancers. So look to put that shot towards the net. Hits off a couple bodies and deflects wide. Taking it behind their net is the Lancers. Putting it up to the corner. They'll throw it up to the blue line. May have a lane to shoot. Nope, they'll drop it back down. Sticking with it still. Still puts it back up. 35 seconds remaining in this first period. Back over to the other side. Walton giving some good pressure, and she has nothing else to do but throw it to the corner. McKindo loses her stick, but Adams will be able to pick it up. Hits off the body of a Lancers player. Doesn't go anywhere. Throwing it out front. Shot, pad, saved by Walton. Barone fighting in the corner for that puck. Kensington Verbijar coming in to help, but she takes a tumble. Loses the puck to the Lancers, and they have a chance to come back. Adams taking it all by herself. She'll have to come out wide. Cutting it up the middle. Looking out wide. Tries to make a nice move, but she loses that puck. 5 seconds remaining in this period. The Lancers might have one last chance to put a shot towards the net. Nice move made there, but shot down by Colnut. And that brings us to the end of the first period. What's up, dog?
Can't make moves where you're
After the first period, the score remains 1-0 after that goal at the 6-minute mark for the Lancers. Walton has been battered with shots tonight, and the Lancers have definitely shown they're the more aggressive team in this first period. The Vortex have to look to come out into the second period way more aggressive and hard on that puck. Fighting in the corner, digging in the corner, doing whatever they got to do. Get the shots towards the net whenever they have that chance in the Lancer zone. But the Vortex have been putting up a good fight with them. I'd say it's been a very even game, but the Lancers have definitely had the upper hand, throwing the shots towards the net, finding the lanes, making the moves. Still 1 period left of hockey with 15 minutes remaining. I do not have a shot counter. Wish I did, but I don't. And second period action is moments away. Alrighty, first period went well.
What's that?
First period went well. You're doing a great job.
Throwing the puck around a little bit.
Yeah. But you know what? Just hope they come out more aggressive this period.
Yeah.
Ready. Opening face-off won by the Lancers, taken right back in their own zone. Rhodey kind of gave that one to them. The Lancers fired down the other way. No icing, waved off. Colnut picks it up. Fire it towards the boards for Fournette. Puck comes out, nobody touches it. Throw it back behind her towards the boards. Colnut down in the corner, giving some good body contact. Makes a nice move, trying to throw that puck out towards the front of the net. Comes out wide, hits off a skate, goes wide. Puck's still out front, but is broken up by Wilson. Thrown towards the net, kicked away by Walton. Fournette will be the first in the corner, and she'll get that puck out of the zone. Good clear there. Cross-ice pass over to her D partner. Ola gives a cross-checkable on the wall, and the Vortex get that clear. Lancers have a chance to regroup down in their own zone. Fournette going to be the first to that puck. Throwing it up the boards. Good tip up the middle. Fournette goes down. Nothing called. I don't know what happened there. Fournette is down in the corner. The puck's all the way out, and the stick's all the way out the center ice. Shot opportunity there. Shut down by Walton. Barone picks that puck up along the wall. Bounces it up to herself. Still has it, and she's got some room to skate. Takes it out wide, and she'll draw a penalty as well. Good heads-up play by Barone. She keeps with that puck all the way through, draws a hooking call, and the Vortex are back onto the power play. Good play by Barone. Batting the puck up along the boards, keeping with it the entire time. I'm repeating everything I just said, but it was still a great play. Doesn't give up on the puck, comes out her way. It's face off to the left side of the Lancers net with Adams taking the face off, tied up, but won by the Lancers. They'll take it behind their own net, take it up the corner, and immediately try to get that clear. McKindo picks it up down in her own zone, circling with it herself, makes a nice move over to Verbijar. Verbijar makes a nice move, and she'll take it out left, taking it out wide. Tries to put it towards the net. She'll just dump it down below. Nobody there to pick it up. The Lancers do get that puck cleared, and it goes down the other way. Walton will go out of her net to play it. No, she won't. She changes her mind. McKindo have one pressure from one. She'll look to try and take it herself. And here she goes. McKindo taking off up the left side. She'll look to throw it towards the net. Good shot there. Almost picks it from her. Wilson picks that puck up. She loses it in the feet of a Lancers player. Does come out in the Vortex favor. De Bruin throws it towards the net. Nothing good. And the Lancers get that clear as they fire it down the other way. Less than a minute remaining in this penalty. Colnut will pick it up. Loses that puck, but she does recover it. End up getting the clear. No, she won't. The Lancers keep it in. Colnut does get that pick off. Colnut trying to clear. Doesn't come out. The Lancers might have a chance for a shot. Lola De Bruin quickly shuts that down. The Lancers put it up top to the blue line. Almost picked off by De Bruin, but a good play gets rid of that puck quickly. Down in the corner, hard as Wilson, nothing called. Shot towards the net. Batted away by Colnut. That could have been bad. A nice move made there by Lancers. Colnut goes down with the Lancers player. And the boys team up along the wall like that one. Up to the blue line. Shot towards the net. Pad save by Walton. Colnut will have some time down in her zone with 6 seconds remaining in this penalty. Loses that puck. She is obviously gassed. Throw it towards the net. Blocked by Wilson. Back to even strength, and Wilson might look to take off. She will. Taking it out left. Good speed from Danica Wilson coming down. I kicked my tripod. Nice move made there, but she does lose the puck, and it'll get cleared by the Lancers. Verbijar picks that puck up. She'll fire it right back in. The Vortex clear. Wilson will come off for a change. Bryn racing up along the boards. Good pinch by Walton. But the Lancers have it coming back the other way. Verbijar trying to get up close. McKindo one-on-one. Shot saved by Walton. Trying to throw it out front again. Goes towards the net. Doesn't hit it. Picked up by Adams behind the net. Throw it up to Barone. Barone still with possession of that puck, and she's got a lane to skate. Gets hooked up again. Nothing called. Adams there to pick off that pass. Takes it out wide over to Barone. Loses that puck down below. Bryn tries to throw it towards the net. I keep saying Bryn. I got to call her Walton. And the Lancers will take it back. Come down to the Vortex zone. Good play there to keep that offside from happening. Throwing it towards the front of the net. It's there, but it gets thrown wide. The Vortex attempt to clear up to the blue line. They'll get that shot way wide of the net. McKindo has that puck first to the boards. Barone gets a good pinch on it. It throws it up the boards. Nothing there to happen. They'll turn it up, coming back the other way, trying to make something happen by herself. She takes it out wide, cuts it up close. Good shoulder save by Walton. A couple of nice moves being made by Lancers. And they'll try to throw it out towards the net again. Shot opportunity, blocker save by Walton. Throwing it up top to the blue line. Trying to figure out something to do with it. Throws it towards the net, almost a shot opportunity. Can't get her stick on it. Trying to poke it away is McKindo. Puck is stuck behind the net. They throw it out front. It's there. Gets thrown out to the blue line. Shot. Hits off a couple bodies. Goes wide. The Vortex need a whistle. Down in the corner. Puck gets thrown around. Out in front again. Goes wide down to the corner. Down below Walton's net now. Peyton Colnut will get possession of that. Fire it down the other side. Hopefully get that clear, but the Lancers keep it in. Pinched by Barone, but the Lancers pick it right back up. Throw it towards the net. Completely miss. Losing the puck, trying to pick it up along the wall. Playing tic-tac-toe now down below. Barone gets a good pick. Barone gets another good piece, but she can't get her stick back onto it. Fournette there to pick it up. She does get a chance. She might have an option to go back in. She will. Good play there by Katie Fournette. Still down there. Good grit coming down there. De Bruin gets that puck. Fresh set of wheels on the ice for the Vortex. De Bruin tied up. Throws it towards the net. Almost an opportunity for Adams, but the Lancers get a piece on it, and they'll take it back on a 2-on-2. Cutting it up the middle. Looking for a lane to shoot. They'll throw it up front. Shot. Saved by Walton. Dropping it behind her. Trying to put it back towards the front of the net. Flies up in the air, but it's shut down. Wilson gets that puck up the boards. Not to anybody. Gives back to the Lancers. Shot. Scooped up by Walton. What a play there from Fournette after being on the ice for God knows how long. And coming down the other end, gets a pinch on the boards and almost makes an opportunity happen out front. Gets the puck up to De Bruin, who almost gets that pass off to Adams. But the Lancers in the right spot at the right time, picks off that pass, takes it back. Just for a Walton scoop up, bring us to a stoppage of play with that face off to the left side. Won by the Vortex, picked right up by Wilson. Wilson throw it along the boards. But the Lancers pick it up, throw it back in. Nice move to make the defender miss. Trying to bring it back out front. Throwing it towards the front, sticked away by Walton. Wilson will pick it up, giving up the ice for Adams, and Walton's going to pick that up, coming on a 2-on-2 with Adams. Throwing it towards the middle for Adams, but she's just a little wide. But for somebody who doesn't play hockey, decent play. The Lancers being called for offside, so Ryan Adams has a chance to skate. She'll take it out wide, makes a nice move, cutting out towards the middle, hits off a skate, she does lose it. The Lancers get that puck, jump it into the zone. And McKindo taking it behind her own net. She'll make a nice move and she'll look to take it herself. Turn on the Jets, here she goes. A good pinch there. The puck is still loose, but she doesn't get a piece on it. The ref gets in the way. And the Lancers have an opportunity, skating into the Vortex zone. They'll drop it back, almost picked off by Elizabeth Rohde. Thrown towards the front of the net. Blocker saved by Walton. Rebound is still there. Fluffs on the shot, and it goes into the corner. Wrapped around the boards, it will come out, but no icing as it was sent down by the Lancers. Fournette first onto the puck for the Vortex. Throwing it towards the boards. Barone will pick it up. Batted off the board. Stick gets stuck. Nobody over there to pick up that puck. Comes out loose. Thrown over to the other side. And Colnut will look to skate it in herself. She will have a lane. Coming in all by herself. Takes it out wide. Good smack there. Throwing it towards the net. Throws it out front. Nobody there. Can Elizabeth Rohde skate back over? She picks it up. Throwing it towards the net. Hits off a stick on the way through. The Lancers trying to throw it up the boards. Rohde has her pinned up against the wall with Barone helping out. Rohde will come out with it. Stick handing with it down in the corner. She'll put it up top to the blue line. Nobody there, but Barone gets a piece of it. Try to put it down low. Fournette waiting up the Lords. Almost kept in by McKindo. But it comes out. Wilson will pick it up, throw it back into the zone, and the Vortex will come off for a change. Wilson being the lone Vortex skating for that puck. They throw it up the boards. 4 Vortex hanging back there for the Lancers. Adams will pick it up, drop it back for Verbijar. Verbijar gets it up the boards for Wilson. Wilson loses the puck, but she does manage to get it back, throw it into the zone. De Bruin coming in on a hard forecheck. Throws it out front, almost loses it, but the Lancers get a piece of it, pull it back, and they come back the other way. Taken right back by Verbijar, but Verbijar loses it again, 2-on-2. Good play there by Danica Wilson. Loses that puck, breaks up the opportunity. Cutting it towards the middle of the net. Pad saved by Walton. Still out in the corner, hanging out low. Taking it behind the net. The Lancers stick handing with it, trying to put it out front. They have that opportunity. Shot, saved by Walton. Rebound, what a save! Another shot, oh my gosh! What an effort from Walton. Shot again! What a save! 3 phenomenal saves back to back to back. What an effort by Walton. And the Vortex on a hard forecheck back. Walton picks up that puck. Wraparound opportunity, but she takes a tumble. The Lancers coming back. They lose that puck, and Colnut will pick it up. The Lancers are unable to get that clear on the Lancers. The Bruin tries to pick up that puck, loses it. Lancers have an opportunity. Shot padded away by Walton. Lancers stick in with it, puts it out front, hits off a couple bodies, doesn't get the opportunity. Pad save by Walton. Another pad save. Another save. It's still out loose. Shot put over the net. Still out front, and it gets out. Good clear by the Vortex. Walton still standing on her head behind there, in between the pipes. Icing waved off. The Lancers get it over to the left side. Brody will pick up that puck. Still fighting for it. The ref keeps getting in the way. Kicks it down. Ref still in the way. And the Lancers come out with the puck. The Lancers will look to take it themselves. Nice move, cut up the middle. Take it out wide, skate handle. Look to drop it back. Up top. Shot, blocker saved by Walton. Still down low, shot towards the net. Glove saved by Walton. Doesn't get in there though. The Lancers do get a piece on it, keep it in. Circling with it behind Walton. Adams fighting down there, getting that puck loose. Comes out in front, thrown towards the other corner. McKinnon will pick it up and fire it down the other way for icing and get the Vortex a very much needed breather. Let's just talk about that sequence we had there for Walton. 3 phenomenal back-to-back-to-back saves. One with the pad, another one diving over to the other side, and then another one with the stick. And then again, coming down, makes another couple of nice saves right in front of her net. A lot of pressure saves, but she keeps this Vortex team within 1. Face-off won by the Lancers. Throwing it up top, hits off the stick of Wilson and goes way wide. Over towards the boards, the Lancers throw it right back in. Pinned up against the wall. And the Lancers still have it, come for the wraparound. Pad saved by Walton. Wilson will pick it up, put it up the boards, and the Wilson's got a chance to skate. She'll take it. Coming up with Liz Rohde. Taking it out wide, she's got a lane. Shot, almost picks that corner, but it goes wide. De Bruin will pick it up against the boards. Batted in by De Bruin's stick. Somebody lost the stick. But the Lancers come back on a 1-on-2. Cutting it out wide. Verbijar still breaks up that play, forces the turnover, and Adams may have a lane to skate. She'll jump it up forward to Wilson, but Wilson can't get this pass out far enough for Adams. The Lancers pick it back up, coming back into the Vortex zone with a 2-on-1. They'll get it out wide. Shot way over the net. Wilson tries to get it back out of the zone. Tipped off the stick of Adams, goes wide. Fournette and De Bruin take a tumble out in front of the net. Give it up top to the blue line. Verbijar covering her ground. They throw it towards the net off a couple of bodies, and it does come out. Wilson will come off for a change, and so will all 5 of them. Doesn't seem like a great idea, but they do. Lancers coming in on 2-on-2. Shot towards the net, blocked by Colnut. Colnut might have a lane to skate. Does lose the puck, and it comes out down in the corner. McKinnon, nice move made there. Picked up by her partner Colnut. She'll give it up to McKinnon, and McKinnon will look for a lane to skate. Makes a nice move, trying to throw it towards the net. Pokes that away. Barone will pick it up, skating it towards the net. Shot, blocker, save. Rebound was thrown into the corner, so no opportunity there. The Lancers take a tumble, lose that puck, but they will pick it up, come back the other way. Colnut with a nice poke, forcing that turnover. Walton gets that tip, puck comes out, offside, gets called, and the Lancers will get blown. Man, when McKinnon can get that puck on her stick and get a lane, she can fly. That's what the Vortex have been trying to do all day. Give McKinnon that opportunity to take it up along the boards, cut it out middle, and get that opportunity. Face-off is tied up, almost taken by the Vortex, but the Lancers pick it back up. They'll take it out wide, drop it back for nobody. Rohde tries to get it up center ice for Adams. The Lancers will be offside, so we'll have to clear. Called for good. McKinnon's got some time down below her net. She'll give it cross ice to De Bruin, who has been bumped back to defense. De Bruin, who gives it over to McKinnon, but she'll pick it up herself, throw it into the wall, and she gets the call. And that'll give the Vortex another chance to go back on this power play and get something on the board for themselves as De Bruin goes in hard and draws the 2-minute body checking penalty on the Lambton Lasers. I keep saying Lasers. It's the Lancers. De Bruin visibly upset about that one, but she doesn't let it get to her, doesn't retaliate. And that gives the Vortex this chance to come out and get a goal with 1:28 remaining. For the rest of this game, the Vortex will be short, or the Vortex will be 6-on-4. Walton has been pulled, and they'll have all their playmakers on the ice. Face-off tied up, won by the Lancers. Good pressure coming from Liz Rohde down below. Puck is kept in by the Vortex, but it gets smacked out by the Lancers. Liv McKindo taking her time down below. She'll give it up to Wilson. Wilson takes that puck in herself, tries to throw it towards the net, but it gets hits off a couple sticks in the process. Doesn't go anywhere. Nice move made by the Lancers. Loses Adams in the process. Puck sticked up against the boards. Nobody there to fish it out. She does lose that puck in the process. It gives the Vortex a chance to keep it in the zone. Puck stays in, but the Lancers get it out. Adams has got to race back to make sure that puck doesn't go anywhere near the Lancers. She does. She turns it up, coming back the other way, makes a nice move, but she loses that puck right away. Lancers will come back, looking for that empty net goal. Good block by De Bruin. Sticked away by Wilson. Trying to pick it up. The Lancers with some good possession down in the Vortex zone. Barone throwing some body down there. And the Vortex got to fly. We'll throw it down towards the net. Picked up by Walton. De Bruin may have an opportunity. 5 seconds remaining in this period. De Bruin goes down, and that'll be the end of this game. A good first game coming from the Vortex, not the way they wanted it to end, but they fought hard back and forth with this Lambton team. Lambton came out aggressive in this first period, firing everything they had towards Walton, and then towards the end of the second, they turned that mode back on, kept firing. But a good turnout for the Vortex as they lose this first game 1-0 in a very hard-fought matchup between the two. We'll highlight Ryan Walton's performance for her astonishing playmaking in between the pipes. Not letting anything by her. The Vortex made a good impression for their first game today, and they'll look to come back at 5 o'clock with a new mindset. That mindset being the winning mindset. Thank you guys for watching this first game, the live stream at the Atlas Tube Center. I hope you enjoyed, and we will be back at 2:30 for the boys' first game against the Bell River Nobles.